Hi guys, Mike here, and this is for Bushclass USA, outing number 4. And we're in kind of a mixed hardwood forest here. We've got a couple of variety of oak and some paper birch, quaking aspen, and some eastern red cedar, and just a great area to practice some bushcraft skills. And so let's get on with this adventure and see what we can discover, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So all right, let's get started. Chance here to harvest some birch bark. And some punky wood. All right. And little horse's hoof fungus. Let's see if we can get anything out of that. But we'll definitely make some use of that punky wood. All right. I've always been a fan of gnarly old oaks. This is one of my favorites. Looks like it's been standing here forever. Well, beautiful day. It was starting to get a little bit of breeze up on the top, and so I changed my location here. I came down off the bluff towards the river, and I've discovered over behind me here some mullen leaves, and I'm going to try harvesting some of that, some of the drier stuff, and see if we can't make some charred cloth, natural charred tinder, I should say, from it. Looks like some of this might work. Get some of the browner, drier stuff. It should make for a good experiment. All right. Take some of that with us here. thicker. All right. Coal. Now, let's see if we can get it into this cedar bark. And we have the cedar bark. Bark we gathered. Throw on some curls. I got a good bit of coals here, so some of that punky wood we gathered earlier from that birch tree I'm going to put in the tin and set it on the fire here and see if we can't get some of that to cook up. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, I'm going to make a little bannock here, and as I did in my making bannock or bread over a fire video, same process here as I've used in the past. I'm just going to put my finger down through the mix, make a little hole, and then I'm going to fill that with water. Just right up to the top. And then I'm going to stir the mixture through that hole. And as you can see, at first the dough turns the same direction as the stick, and then eventually it starts turning in the opposite direction as the direction I'm stirring. Anyway, I'll get this mixed up, and looks like I could have used a little more water, a bigger hole. Yeah, let's see if we can fix this. Alright, get a good fire going, water on to boil, and making some natural chard material. And now we're going to try a little bread on a stick and make some cocoa in here someplace. But it looks pretty good. Well, finished up the charred natural material in the tin here, and so here's what the punk wood looks like. Nice and black and very light. Weighs practically nothing in there. It's really been dehydrated, so I'll have to give that a try on another outing just to see how that'll work. But got some good charred natural material there. Now I think we're going to try that. Try some of that mullen leaf that we collected earlier. Put that on the fire, see how it goes. Well, looks like my bread is done. Let that cool down. Ooh, golden brown. Some hot chocolate made. Delish. And actually cooking some chicken here. I'm going to have to speed up that process, but it came out with me frozen. Trying my grill top stove, but anyway. And I think our mullen is done. So we'll take that off and cool it. Alright, well, here's what the mullen leaf looks like when it's been cooked down, and boy, that is dark, and I think that's going to probably take a spark too fairly easily, so I'll add that into the tinder kit. But for charred natural tinders, the mullen leaf and the punky wood from the birch tree, I'll have to give those a try. But anyway, part of the outing, part of the adventure. I think it turned out pretty good. Boy, can I cook. Here's a little review of my grill top stove. I've heard of this being done. I've never tried it. But I set it directly in the coals. And so there's a good number of coals underneath the grill. And then banked up the coals around the sides, as you can see, and then just put the chicken right on top of the grill top, and so it appears to be cooking pretty good, but it's the first time for me trying out this little grill top stove, but saved me the trouble of trying to put together some wooden sticks and some other kind of grill work. Quick and dirty. I think the longest part of the process was thawing it out, because I just grabbed the fillet right out of the freezer and had to thaw it before I could really even start to cook it. But appears to be working pretty. Here's a quick tour of the M.E.S.T setup. Used some toggles, some paracord, and some figure eights. Used a Prusik knot and another toggle for some tensioning, and basically set up the lean-to for a windbreak. However, since I set it up, the wind has changed directions. So, and then also using my braided with the loop ridge line from the Bushclass lesson, and taut line hitches and half hitches on most of the tie downs. So anyway, that's a quick tour. Nothing too fancy, just wanted to get it up just to have the windbreak, and it works. Well, I got the chicken off the grill, and as you can see, I think it looks pretty good. So we're going to finish up our meal here and get our fire out and kind of wrap things up. So it's a good outing. Been a good day. Fire's just about done. Well, guys, that should about wrap it up. A few more things to do, but headed out here shortly. Again, for Bushclass USA, outing number 4, and that would leave me with just my overnight to deal with, and then I think we'll have her all wrapped up. So with that, anyway, again, I'd like to thank Terry and all the other instructors for Bushclass USA for such a fine online class, and all the lessons and all the preparations they do. Again, Sergeant Mack, for the good job you do in keeping track of all of us, and much appreciated. And thank you fellas for following along with me, and I know you're all working on your lessons, and I always enjoy viewing your pictures and your videos and such, and we're all in this together, getting out there, spending some dirt time, and learning what it takes to be good bushcrafters in our own right. So with that, again, to all the mentors, and I think we'll call it a day. Got about another hour here, and it's going to be dark soon. And so thanks, guys, and catch you next time. I have to say, just in closing here, today has been one of the most quietest, stillest days I've ever experienced out here. Until now, I've heard little to any kind of animal activity, and now I can hear some water running and something in the background I'm not sure of. But the stillness and the lack of any kind of a breeze or wind down here, and highway noises and other human activity, it's been rather interesting. So I just had to make mention of that as I was leaving here. Anyway, time to get back to the car.